Welcome to this video and episode on my Arduino Yun with, let me turn it, this is the Yun with its cables connected to the internet, providing me the access I need to upload, and breadboard with two motors and propellers from fischertechnik, a switch from fischertechnik, and two pot meters, where this one is a stepless pot meter for speed, and this one is a balance pot meter as turned out last time, and it influences this one, well, partly as it turned out. What did I do last time? Well, I decided to comment out this code for pulse modulation and try to do this one. Something else turned out as well that I did not have, or do not have, 3 but 4 timing registers at my disposal. The question is, which timing register is for which pin, because that I still have not found out. So first let me get this software started again, or more appropriately, since the software already runs, the console output. And actually it would be very nice if I could store this somehow. So let's first see if things work. And then I have to press enter, and what happens then? Nothing yet. Well, yes, there's an LED going, and nothing yet. So I will, and that's a problem. This has to be done pretty often. And now you've seen LED go, so let me see if yes, please do. Alright, with a little persuasion. This one not. This one doesn't refuse to do anything. So at least this one does something. The question is, what exactly? And alright, and there it goes again. A nice blowing. So yes, that's very nice. Oh, by the way, you may notice that the camera stream is quite large. I put it on a larger resolution in order to see some more, or better, whatever. Let's give it some more input. The only downside to it is that I should move this over here, but anyway, I'll let it be. Another point is, let me interrupt. I want to see if I can actually route this or store this into a file. So I am going to say Yun data. Will this work anyway? I am very curious about this. Will this work? And I won't see anything now. Oh, that's a good one. That is a very good one. Yeah. As you can see, it stores, but I don't have interaction. The only way I do have interaction, or is it? Let me try again. No. I need this one. Let me try. Alright. Does it do something? It better should. So let me. Alright, go. And it doesn't do a thing right now. It doesn't say anything. So if this has worked, let me interrupt. Oh yes, there is most definitely some data in it. I just can't see it, not at the time that it is produced. Oh, I love this. So in this way I actually can store what I can't do here, or I have to program something, but I'm quite happy with this one. So now the data is kind of saved locally, not on Arduino but on the laptop. And something that I can't store on the laptop is the frequency. Frequency should be determined with this part of the code, and what I am going to do is measure once again what I can get from here. So let's see how this is going to work. I can use this one and I can use this. Let me try this. Waiting for the password. Yes. Giving a lot of enters. And now from this LED you can see it works, but it doesn't work. Well, in the sense that I want it running. Now it does. I've also placed the multimeter for the frequency. So let me first measure here, and that says now 5 kilohertz. Before starting the program, or before giving it more input, it gave an input between 80 Hz and 120 Hz. So it is very remarkable that it says now 5 kilohertz. So what does it do here? Here it doesn't give anything. And once again it's still doing it. I have no idea, I can't see that. And given the fact that I can't see it, but here is no operation going, I think that I should kill this. And it says, alright, let's go to end. See, console not available. And this proves that although it does work, it is better if I forget the echo to Yun data and start it this way. That way I can at least see when the data is over. So now I give it a lot of input. Now you can see that, now you can see that this LED is working as well. All it should do is starting to work, which it doesn't. Now it's over. I'm going back, giving it a lot more input, and why doesn't this work? Right, here it does. In the middle position it doesn't do anything. Going to the right, doesn't do anything either. Going back, but it, I already understand. There's no input anymore. Give it a lot of input, I hope. So now it's completely turned to the left. I switch it out and it doesn't do anything. Here it does. So then I should expect it to do anything. Unfortunately, it doesn't. And ouch, I should do it here. So the moment that I give input, this LED starts working, which doesn't go for this propeller somehow. Anyway, the question was, what frequency does it have? That's 300, that helped, between 200 and 300 hertz. But once again, not do that. Once again it's out of data, so give it a lot of data again. Then measure it. And it says again, it's barely readable. But it's alright. Now 300 hertz. And now it drops. Should drop. No, it is 500 hertz. So how come those frequencies? Doesn't really make much sense to me, because this is a prescaler for 120 hertz and it really doesn't show. Good question. Which is which? What is what? What I didn't measure yet was the frequency here. So yeah, that's next. Alright, there is no little mystery why this second motor is not working. Well, actually it can't be working because of lack of input. However, as you could see, when there is input it doesn't work either. So let me just give input, and I just do that by holding the enter key. Alright, this is enough for now. Yeah, this one is doing its best, so why isn't this one working? Oh, no, that doesn't work either. fully open them to the left, this one. Not really. So what is the problem? I don't like this at all. Since the circuit is working, why doesn't the motor do it? Yeah, right, go. Okay, yeah, the LED is off. That means that this has to be fed again. But apart from that, I still don't get it. It is barely noticeable on the display, the frequency. Oh, that's by the way interesting. Does it change when the input is gone? Yeah, it does get lower. It does get lower. So once again some input. And let's watch it. Yeah, it gets definitely higher. So that's what I don't really understand. But apart from that, not only here the frequency is really off in comparison to here, here it is as well. And the big question is, of course, with all these with all the pins that are available, 3, 5, 6, and then 3 is right now 3 is occupied, 5 is occupied, 6 is occupied, 7 not, 8 not, 9 is occupied. Well, 3, 5, 6, 9, and any further. Now another point is, of course, these are other ports. There are ground, 5 volts ground, A0, A1 and A2. Well, those are analog inputs from there. So this is still whichever. Oh yeah, 1 is the input from the MTC, which is this one. So that's all input. So of course there is no pulse modulation needed on those. Then next question is which is which. In the document that I have here, which I've shown you before, there I cannot find any real information on which pin is it, which pin is by which prescaler. So that, or timing, let me say timing, and that is quite difficult then. Well, the prescalers are everywhere the same, so they should give 120 Hz everywhere. But as simple as it was on the Arduino Mega, megabyte, Mega 2560, as difficult it is here, and I don't really like that. So what's next? Good question. Alright, so I have no idea yet which pins belong to these timers, but what I do is that I have pins 10, 11 and 13 here, and I have improvised some wires. So now when and mind you, there's no input yet, as you can see in the upper window. Control console not available, it says. So without that, I am going to measure some frequency, and pin 10 says now around 10 Hertz, more or less. Then I take pin 11, and pin 11 says some 300 Hertz. Pin 13 says actually nothing. So back to pin 10. Does it say anything? Just on 10 Hertz. 20 Hertz. 10. Okay, back to 11. And that says now 250 Hertz. And here it still says 0. Now I'm going to give it some input from the console. And then back here, what does it say now? This says 20 Hertz, this one says 300 Hertz, 270, and this one still says, well, now it says 100 Hertz or so, between 80 and 100 Hertz. Oh, and I see in the meantime that this has stopped, so I have to go back and measure it again, and it says 0. And this says 25. Right. What does it mean? To be honest, I'm not really sure whatever it means. For example, apparently there is quite some difference when there is input and when there isn't. Does that make sense? I don't even know the answer to that one. So let's get back to the circuit. As good as it goes. Oh yeah, right, what I still want to do is get this fan working. And I should give it some input. LED goes, but why doesn't the rest go? So I can put this maximum speed. Will this one work? Not really. Then I put this in the middle, more or less, yeah. And this LED must keep burning, so I have to put it somewhere in the middle, out of the middle. And still, it doesn't work. Which is extremely annoying. Why does it work one time and why doesn't it work another? Circuit hasn't changed. One thing for sure. Checking the wires a bit. all look sound and safe. Alright, what next? And if something does not work, by all means measure it. So with some input, and then a voltage meter. Let's put it inside, and let's turn the probes a little bit. Then with flexible wires is one problem. They may or may not hit something else. Let's flatten the wires a bit. Alright. So then one probe and another. And then give some input, and then you'll see that the LED is blinking, but there is only 0.15 volts on it. And when I turn the eye to this one that is running, it is 1 point something volts. So this one is just not getting enough volts, and that's the big problem. So why then the question is what voltage is on that circuit now. So this is the ground probe, and here is nothing right now. So once again, input needed, measuring and measuring, and it's way too low. So it's enough for this LED, but not enough for the motor. So where does it come from? Where does it go to? And I think that's the problem right now, following back here somehow. The problem should be is probably somewhere here. So let's give it some more input, and then measuring right here. Right, and I want to have input because then I can measure something, and that is right here. It is 6.7 volts. So there is not enough voltage over here. But why? Most likely because of this. But how to solve this? That is a very good question. That is an ultimately good question, and let's measure one thing, the other transistor. So I'm going to measure this one, and right here it says 3.3 volts. 3.3 volts there. And where does this one come from? With this wire, it's coming from here, from 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that correct? Yep, that is 6. And one from 3. Yes. So right now 3 and 6 have different outputs I should say. But which is which? Now that is a very good question for next time. So for now, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Also follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Please donate to keep my website and blog and videos going. For information how to donate, please see my website. Also see my website for my other projects. Lots of pictures and links to videos. Other videos than my blog as well. And this is obviously going to be continued. Bye bye.